on everyone, this is Sam, also known as Swaggy05, and welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be looking at a Pidgeot-EX deck from Evolutions, and I gotta tell you, this is a pretty lit deck. Yeah, I played it a bunch and I've won every game so far, so I'm going to show you this deck. Very interesting. We also use Whimsicott from Ancient Origins, and you'll see what that does later in the video. And this is a voiceover, so I already know what's going to happen in the game, but I won't spoil much. So, starting off, we do win the coin flip, which is awesome. If you're wondering how I got that coin, you have to play in Pokemon League to get it. It's when you win like 21 games, you get a code card, and you can enter that code for TCG Online and get some cool like sleeves and coins. So we do start with the Pidgeot-EX front, which is nice. We have Manaphy, and this is a very interesting build. No Mega Pidgeot, but we have it for free retreat cost. So yeah, we run 3 Pidgeot-EX in the deck, and we use Fighting Fury Belt. But Pidgeot has 2 really good attacks. First, it's got Mirror Move. So if you got hit by an attack last turn, you do the same damage as you did last turn that your opponent did last turn. So, and then we have Featherlance, which does 80, which can be boosted to 90 with Fighting Fury Belt for a 2-hit KO on most things, which also does 20 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So this is an overall great moveset, and we want to take advantage of that colorless typing. So there I don't really grab anything because I'm just going to end no matter what. So we have a Pidgeot almost ready. We use Octillery versus Shaman in this deck because we do have we have Whimsicott, and I just felt like we needed consistent drawing, so that's why I chose Octillery versus Shaman. So yeah, we're gonna attach this Water Energy next turn, but we are facing Garchomp, which is a deck I actually used at a League Challenge. I placed 4th. I mean, not 4th. That was that was a while ago. I placed 6th with Garchomp, which is pretty good. But my record is 4th with a Dark Box deck, which was basically Yveltal, Zoroark, Fright Night Yveltal, Oblivion Wing Yveltal. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, we can put some significant damage out. But the thing is, he has Manaphy in the active slot. He Lysandred, and that's a bit of a problem. So I'm just like gonna burn through some resources here, throw down our Fighting Fury Belt, and draw. And we drew a Cottonee and a Max Elixir, and I'm like, Opportunity Knocks, and we whiff it. I'm like, I was triggered, like, I was triggered to the max. So then we use an Ultra Ball, and we're gonna try to draw some more with Octillery, just in case there's a chance we can land a Max Elixir and really turn the tide of the game. So I go ahead and Abyssal Hand, and we miss a Max Elixir, which is a bit sad. So I'm like, you know what? I really don't want my Manaphy to be KO'd by Garchomp because it's pretty essential to our deck. And Pidgeot cannot be one-hit KO'd because 1, it has 210 HP because of the Fighting Fury Belt, and 2, it has fighting type resistance. So, you know, if it gets hit by a bite off with no strong energy, that's only 140 damage, which is not much, and we can even take a bursting balloon after that. So he throws down a bursting balloon, because pretty much all Garchomp builds run bursting balloon, because there's no really other tool that works with it. But I'm glad we got End, because that's actually a pretty good hand. We do have Faded Town in this deck, and I made this decision just so we can get a ton of splash damage on the bench with our Featherlance and Faded Town. So he Sand Tunes me, but it doesn't do anything because I have resistance. The only thing is I can't retreat. Not a big deal though. I Trainers Mail, grab an Ultra Ball because we're gonna search for. I think we're going to search for another Pidgeot here. But I wanted so bad to attach a Water Energy. First, I just bump that Stadium so we can use Aqua Tube. Then, here, I'm debating. I'm like, what should I do here? So I decided to play the Ultra Ball. I discard a double Colorless and a oh yeah, Super Rod. No, what? Yeah, I discarded because we run 2 Super Rods, so I'm like, no biggie. I attached the Fairy Energy down there, and we whiff it again. We've just been whiffing our Super Rods like it's nobody's business. So I grabbed Sycamore because I'm like, you know what? That's not okay. Let's get a fresh hand of 7. And I'm like, oh boy, another Max Elixir, and we got Whimsicott. And since Pidgeot can sponge up a bunch of hits, it sponges to, oh yeah, we whiffed that Max Elixir again, just to let you know. It sponges to just take all the damage, you know, retreat with Aqua Tube, and then use Windy Mischief, and basically one-shot anything if Pidgeot's taken a decent amount of hits. Plus, we heal up Pidgeot, and overall, if I were to rate this deck, I would give it a B+. You know, this is not the, I wouldn't say bring it to a tournament, but if you want to sweep some people online, whew, this is a fun deck. So, we take the 60 damage from the Bursting Balloon, we hit a Feather Lance, which is nice. Love that attack. Just absolutely love it, because, you know, we soften up a Pokemon and either 2-shot or 1-shot, basically anything, unless it's got Fighting Fury Belt or it's a Mega, etc. But that's why we have Mirror Move, if it does more damage to us, so yeah, I really love the moveset on Pidgeot-EX. And I gotta say, Pidgeot does have a spot in my heart, because I remember playing through Gold and Silver with Pidgeot, or maybe it was Red and Blue, I forget. It was one of those 2 old games. Yeah, I played through with Pidgeot, and it was one of my, like, best Pokemon on my team, so I'm like, Pidgeot for the win. So here I'm like, what should I grab? And I decided to grab Lysandre, because I just want to disrupt him so much that, you know, he can't even take it anymore. I was going to attack, but I'm like, oh yeah, I can Abyssal Hand. I can draw 1 card. And it's a Water Energy. I'm like, that's mildly adequate. So I'm going to actually try to get a cheeky kill on this, the Gabite on the bench. Just slowly chipping away at it. Yeah, we knocked out the one with the energy, just so we can flat out prevent them from attacking. So they attach a strong energy, and I'm like, well, resistance cancels it out, and then they play the rare candy, and I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. It's Garchomp. I really love the Garchomp deck. I really do. Very, very cool deck. So then he plays Zygarde-EX, and that's where I'm a little surprised. I'm like, oh, okay. I've never really seen a Garchomp build run that Zygarde, but, I mean, interesting choice indeed. So he Turbo Assaults for 60, because, you know, he can do that. So here is where I actually make a pretty good play. I use an Energy Switch and move this energy to Whimsicott. Then I attach a Water Energy, replacing it. I'm proud of this play. And then I retreat, Windy Mischief, move that 120 damage from our bench Pidgeot right onto that Garchomp. So all that progress he made on that or not on the Mega Pidgeot, just on Pidgeot, was completely lost. And I'm like, I feel kind of bad for you. So we have another Garchomp ready. But, yeah. So I think Garchomps are my main threat in this deck, because, you know, we have EX attackers, and then we just have a little attacker, Whimsicott, to heal up our Pidgeots. I really like that Whimsicott card. It's really underrated, but, I'm saying a lot. I'm sorry. I feel like it's a really good card. Just healing all that damage and putting it on your, opponent's active Pokemon is pretty awesome. So, here we send out Pidgeot, and we can Feather Lance, and we can't knock out anything with the Feather Lance. I wish we could have. I wish that wouldn't have been a Garchomp. So I choose to shuffle those back into my deck. Then I'm like, well, what do I want to do here? First, let's attach that Water Energy, get the Pidgeot for your retreat. I'm debating, do I want an Abyssal Hand or Sycamore first? So I just choose to Abyssal Hand. And I'm glad I did, because we got a Level Ball, which we can search for a Cottonee. And this Whimsicott in my hand doesn't really matter, because we got another one in the deck from the Super Rod. So I just go ahead and discard my hand and draw a fresh hand of 7. And I'm like, wow, now we get Max Elixir, that's cool. So I'm going to benefit that. I am going to search for my final Pidgeot-EX. And, you know, if he, like, completely wipes out R2, we got another one. So we just have a Pidgeot force, and yeah, I whiffed that. I'm like, okay, I don't really need that, so, and I don't want to deck out. So I play the Max Elixir. Yeah, there's basically a guaranteed energy in there. I would have preferred a water energy, but meh, I'm fine with that. So I just Featherlance here. I'm gonna hit the Garchomp. So it is capable of getting one-shotted, which I like. I like very much. So he throws down Bursting Balloon. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna let you take down this Garchomp so easy. And this is where I'm like, oh, okay, that was a great play, because now we're actually tied up prize card wise, taking out that Manaphy. So I'm like, oh man, now we don't have free retreats. Ugh. But I do top deck my Whimsicott, so I'm like, you know what? If all goes worse, we got you, Whimsicott. So I attached that water energy there. Debating what I do here. So I just go ahead and attack with Featherlance, hit them both. I do take the Bursting Balloon damage, but honestly, I don't really care, because all that damage kind of benefits me in a way, because that means my Windy Mischief is powered up a bunch with all that damage. So he's like, yo, that Whimsicott's scary. I'm gonna take it out. So I'm like, good play, good play. Now we gotta use solid Pidgey power, or Pidgeot power. I believe in you, Pidgeot. You can do this. So I'm just gonna use sheer force for the rest of the game. Spoiler alert. I'm just gonna keep Featherlancing and Featherlancing and Featherlancing and Featherlancing, and it's crazy. So he attaches another Fighting Energy, and I'm like, okay. Reminder, I have the Fighting Fury Belt and Resistance to this Zygarde EX. Plus, I got, we both have 2 prize cards left, so whoever knocks out an EX first wins. However, I'm in a much better position. So he plays Escape Rope, and I'm like, okay. What do I send out? What's not going to get one-shot? And I'm like, there's no way he can one-shot this Pidgeot. He can do 100 damage. I honestly don't care. So he just Storms for 60 and heals himself up. Cause he's like, I got to prepare, boy. So then I'm like, you know what? It's high noon. So I play N just to prevent myself from decking out. Cause I don't want to deck out here. And here I'm like, yo, I'm gonna retreat. I don't care if I have to discard that energy really, because each player only has 2 prizes left, or basically 1 knockout. So he has 150. Even if he heals, it's still gonna be a knockout. So he plays down his Bursting Balloon, and if he Storms, I can hit him for, if he lands Wrath, which he does, I can go ahead and hit him for 110 damage. So I'm like, here it comes, and he concedes. And I'm like, okay, that would have been a really epic finish. But you know what? I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, this is a very fun deck. I'd highly recommend it to anyone. It's cheap. All you need is 3 Pidgeot-EXs and a Manaphy-EX. And yeah, overall, a very good deck. So thank you so much for watching. This has been SwaggyLucha05, and I will see you in the next video.